All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. I don't know if anybody is going to tune in live. I don't even know if people are getting the live notifications. I opened up the chat room, so if I want to go in the chat room and chat can chat. But I told the audience that I was going to go live if this verdict was read for Andre McDonald. Well, the verdict was read, right? And I'm keeping my word, so I'm going live. See? So this is what it is now. Dion Ricketts, thank you for being here. I'm gonna inspire. Big up yourself. Mr. Article done. Big up yourself. Jeff or Jess, thank you for being here. Sharon Smith says, on time, I'm waiting. Shay said, just reach. All right, so the people that are coming, YouTube like send out the notification them slow, so we don't know. Hear me? But there, I'm here the whole of vibes still. And we're gonna talk about this. But me call this. I called this. I called this. I told you from the beginning, right? I said murder was not proven in court. Death penalty off the table, not even a conversation, and life in prison without the possibility of parole or even life in prison off the table as well. I call that from long time, right? So what it is now is what it is now. See? Been waiting to, Karen says, been waiting too. Yeah, we had to wait until everybody wrap up with the whole court thing and everything. So now I'm going to tell you what happened in court, how they came to this verdict, when is the punishment phase of the trial, which means he will be sentenced next, and how that is going to go, what they are going to take into consideration when doing his sentencing, what the jury took into consideration to come to the conclusion or the verdict that they came to. All these things we're gonna talk about. We're not gonna stay too long, so just cock your ears that way yeah, and listen up a little bit. See? All right. Boy, the people were killing me over on the comment section. Well, they were trying to kill me anyways while me I watch the live. Cause like every little comment, me comment, them take it to heart, and everybody wants to argue back, and everybody wants to say whatever. First of all, let me start out by saying this. As a person that did quite some time in the US military, I honorably, I will shout out all military personnel right now. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy career field. It takes a toll on your mental. It takes a toll on your physical. I mean, you look good at everything for a while, but it rough out there, especially when it comes to your personal life. Yeah, enough military people get burned on a regular basis because the job entails for you to not be around all the time, which means when the cat's away, the rat will play. So if you're there with a rat, whether it's a man or a woman, male or female, if you're with a rat, then your rat is going to play because you're the cat that is away. And it happens all it happens all the time in the military. You know, I just saw the thing go. We have cadences in the military where we sing about Jody. And Jody is the guy that's at your house when you're not at your house, or he's the guy that your spouse is checking when she don't check for you because you're too busy with your military thing. All right. So Andre goes to court, goes through his trial and everything. Let's talk about the verdict first. The Andre McDonald trial. He was on trial for the death of his wife, Andreen McDonald. All right. The verdict, they took 12.5 hours to come to a decision. I seen everybody was like, man, why did it take them so long? This is cut and dry. It's an easy case. No, it wasn't. That was not an easy case. Whoever said that was an easy case was not paying attention to all the dynamics of what happened. I keep on saying there was a series of events that led up to what happened. We cannot ignore the series of events that led up to what happened. I know enough people. I say, no matter what happened, she should never have been murdered. Yeah, that's cliche. People say, listen to SouFLo. It is. That's cliche. That's what we say. Boy, I'm should I never rob him, but him rob him though, don't? All right. Man must not kill man. It's just not right. But we see murders every day, don't? Okay. I'm just saying. Cliche is what that is. The reality is a bunch of things happened that led up to that event. What they looked at was who took part in those bunch of things that happened that led to what happened, where the man did up on trial for. So not guilty is the first one that came back. And it came back not guilty because he was not guilty of murder. The jury was given two choices. They had to choose between manslaughter and murder. After they deliberated between each other, them talk to each other, one of them say, yeah, this is wicked. That man should rot in prison. And the next one say, no, not really. Because we have no record of him ever being that kind of a person. Something happened that caused this to happen in this relationship. Understand? Now we have to look at all of what happened in this relationship that led this man who left Jamaica, came to the US, took advantage of everything that came his way, made himself into somebody. He was a captain before he even met Andreen. And I'm telling y'all that captains command companies. A whole company, for those of you who are civilians and don't understand, I was in one company. All right, you can't say you come from this particular company. Your company is broken down into platoons. So you talk about anywhere between 150 or so soldiers could be under you as a captain commanding that. So Andre has made his bones with that, with the US military. He proved his way. He not only that, before him even got into the military, that man didn't say, I want to be an enlisted soldier. You know what enlisted soldier is? You go take the ASVAB, the entrance exam, and you sign up for whatever is available to you based on your score. Him said, no, I want to be somebody big. I want to be somebody where you have to salute me. I want to be somebody that when you see me, you salute me. I'm going officer school. The man went and got 2 degrees. This is not somebody that's preoccupied with foolishness and friggery. The man went and got 2 degrees straight off the back. Me they are foreign for make my mother proud, right? Got him 2 degrees in engineering. Got him 2 degrees and then said, boom, into the military after him get 2 degrees. They looked at all that. This man has a stellar record, a stellar lifetime of performance, actually. It almost looks unreal. He's a perfect citizen. And then boom, this. Nah, he wasn't no damn psychopath from all along. That's why after a while, I stopped paying attention to the comment section of the video, the live that they were. Cause this man wasn't no psychopath all along. There would have been records showing he was dating a girl before Andreen and police came to their residence and him did beat her up and this and that did happen. He had charges from 2013 from this and that. Nothing came up of anything like that. You understand? The man had 2 encounters with police and the 2 of them had to do with that same house where him living out with Andreen. She called police once, made what was noted as a false report, and then he called the police to come help him to get him things out. Just stand guard so they don't make no accusations on me. They don't say nothing. Let me just get my things out. Stellar record. All that came into play. So he got found not guilty of murder. If him did get found guilty of murder, he could be looking at up to, well, Texas carries the death penalty, so it could even have been up to the death penalty. But at anything else, life in prison without the possibility of parole or a life sentence, him never get any of those. The jury looked at it back and forth, deliberated. Everybody is like, damn, why this taking so long? 12.5 hours over a 2-day period, and came to this decision that this man is not guilty of murder. This man is guilty of manslaughter. So Andre got found guilty of manslaughter, right? But not guilty of murder. And those are the 2 choices they had. His sentencing, Judge Frank Castro will be deciding his fate from now on. He is facing 2 years to 20 years. That's the scale. That's what he's looking at now. 2 years to 20 years. When Judge Castro sit down, Judge Castro will have to decide how much he wants to give him, from 2 years to 20 years. It can't go over 20. It can't be less than 2, right? I already told people that again. I said he's not going to walk. he's going to do some time behind bars. Why? Because he mutilated her body. He did things to her corpse, beat it with a hammer, set it on fire, them the kind of something there. So there's no way he was going to walk away. That was extra. Now, I did the due diligence and went into the Texas law books and looked up, well, how much can you get in the state of Texas for mutilating a corpse? Well, it turns out that you can only get a maximum of 3 years. 3 for mutilation of the corpse. And then a maximum of $5,000 fine. That's for mutilation of the corpse at the maximum punishment. See? So when it comes time now for the judge to set his sentencing, by the way, that starts on Monday. Today are Friday. We have Saturday and Sunday. Monday morning, 10 o'clock come, the judge is going to be ready to say, this is how many years you're going to spend in prison, Andre Mcdonald. The punishment phase of the trial is what this piece of the trial is called. His attorneys, they objected. They said, hey man, this came too quick. We need time to prepare for the punishment phase of the trial. The judge said, no, we're going right in. So they're going right in. He was put in handcuffs immediately, and he will remain in custody all throughout this phase of the trial, the new phase. The new phase is called the punishment phase. This is where the judge decides what kind of punishment he will get. So he will be incarcerated from this point forward, and then he will be sentenced, and then he will be walked off into a facility where they will do all the things. You know what them do already. Them strip you, them search you, bend down, cough, broaden out your body cheek, them cough again, hoof, hoof, turn your head that way, then process right into prison life, and then he will end up somewhere in somebody's prison for however long a judge says he's going to be there. I seen Andrine's father reacting to the verdict. Boy, I don't know if the man that just, but him just cool, calm, and collected. Him not really say nothing. Him just, he said he wants to thank, I want to thank everybody. Some of these people have been with us from the very beginning. If I should thank everybody individually, you know, I wouldn't have time to thank, but there are so many people I want to thank from 2019, the people who helped to find my daughter, went on the search parties. I want to thank the paramedics. I want to thank the hospital. I want to thank the police. I want to thank the private investigator. Him thank everybody, and then him say, God bless you, and him walk off. And that's it. There was no tears shed. Him never upset. Him never even seem a little bit upset. He never said, this is bullshit. This is foolishness. How are not gonna get the man manslaughter when I murder my daughter? I never said nothing. He just clearly said thank you, and there it is. God bless you. And he's on his way. That's it. So even him never show no rah rah nothing. Now listen. When time the judge goes, right? So all the factors that we will look at sentencing. So when the judge goes to make Andre's sentence, hear me out clearly. That man did quite some time in the US military. I think he joined in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. So that would put him at about 15 years of service. That is never dismissed. They will take that into consideration. They will take into consideration how he came to his whole story, how him come to America, when he got here, how he got his papers straight and went off to school and pull himself up by his bootstraps. He was always aiming at being somebody progressive and productive. The judge is going to take his whole record into consideration. You know, I was watching the comment section and I said to myself, maybe I'm biased because I did serve in the military for some time. But I look at all these civilians who don't even know what their life that entails, making comments as if they know. And then I look at him and the time that he put into that military life. When you put that much time into that field, that career field, you are aware of everything. You are aware that the simplest of arguments with your spouse May I draw from my own life again in the military when my commander told me, you can't even control your house and your wife. You can't lead soldiers. Clean your shit up. That's what a man tell me. So that's how they take it. So any little thing him did I do, he was always conscious that, well, I'm trying to do this military thing, but any kind of frigate come from my house is going to hamper my promotion, it's going to hamper my military life. I could even possibly get discharged, kicked out, because the military don't really have time for the frigate. I was also told if we wanted you to have a wife and family, we would issue you one. But since you came with them, you better handle it. Don't let us handle it for you. You understand? That's how them straight to the point with you when it comes to stuff like that. So the judge will take all that into consideration: his time in service, how long he had a stellar record as a civilian or as a military person. There's no criminal record out there of him. He has never been in any kind of domestic violence issues. He has never committed any crimes or anything like that. He was always just an upstanding, stellar citizen. Then they will take into consideration even the testimonies to his character of his leaders from the military. When they said stuff like he's the kind of person where, when everybody else boomy, him not boomy. He will work through and get you out of the most difficult of situations. Them kind of something that them never come and say, well, we always had trouble with him. I was wondering if he was ever going to even finish his contract in the military. He's a kind of troubled soldier, but we have those, or troubled when the Air Force, troubled airman, but we have those. That's not what it was. And like I told y'all before, Andrine's mom never spoke bad of him. She had every opportunity to. As she carried Andrine in her belly for how long? Her dad never spoke bad of him. Her sister never spoke bad of him. Her friends never spoke bad of him. All that is what the judge is going to look at. Well, goddamn, if he was such a bad person, one of these important people to Andrine would have said, nah, him, wicked. He been wicked since day one. Let me tell you, I'll be honest, because my sister, nope, they all came up there and spoke highly of him with respect, regardless of what was happening. That's to tell you, without putting our own emotions in it, sitting back and looking at it, this man wasn't no wicked man. This man wasn't no outright abuser and plan to kill him wife and bad man. It happened. It happened. They were toxic as shit on the down low. And two toxic people ended up frigging up their whole lives. You understand? She toxic, him did toxic too. And I told my audience this before. I said, anytime you end up with a toxic person, nobody feel like say the person alone toxic. Something in you needed that. Something in you caused you to entertain that to go on for so long. Whether it was because different dynamics, like me have me picnic with this person now, I don't want to leave my child yet. But then there's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? People stay in a toxic relationship all the time till it go extra wrong. All the time. Well, God, why you never did left from long time? It happens. It happens. That's reality. Not our emotions in a comment section somewhere. Reality. Enough of we in here already go through it. And there is enough people right now that's watching, that's going through it right now as we speak. So, end of the day, that judge, when it comes time to sentencing, when him done put all that together, all the factors, I say, so this man was really provoked though. Yeah, it's wrong that he friggin' ended up killing her. I mean, yeah, he could have walked away, but damn, I can't ignore the human side to this. The human side to this. The human side of me. The judge is a man. The judge could put himself in that same position there. I said, what would I do if I came home and my wife had 2 new tattoos on her? And then when I found out it was her sideman birth date and initial, the same way him have it upon him, she have it upon, like the tattoo artist use the printing paper, take it off of him, and print the same thing upon her, just the same way, same font, size, design, everything. And I like him didn't get one capital A and she get one common A. And the same fancy design A with the same everything. The judge is going to take all that into consideration. The judge is going to say, well, shit, I probably would have lost my fucking mind too. I don't know what I'll do after that. I could see how that could provoke some kind of feeling of resentment towards your partner to the point where at one time I feel like I'm gonna kill this bitch. You over here playing with me like that after all I'm investing. Why you not just left? And she don't want left. The judge will take all that into consideration, my friend. On top of that, right? And I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry she lost her life, but a woman can't do what a man do and still be a lady, Shirley Strand says. On top of that, I'm just sorry that it came to that. Andre is intelligent, brilliant, matter of fact, and listen, I love military people and military life, and I understand on a different level. He lost all that now. He must go sit down in prison now. She too. She was bright and vivacious and friggin' she was young though. She was 29. She was 29. They said the frontal lobe, scientifically proven, of a human is not developed fully until at least 25. She was only 4 years into conscious adulthood where all this is fully developed. The part of your brain that makes higher executive decisions is fully developed. She was only 4 years in. Who's to say she was on task? She probably was still flexing like some teenage girl who did in love with her first love and you gonna be my forever love. And him way older than her is probably playing with her mind, manipulating her. Me I got foreign. I mean, she a care me go foreign. Yo, you see, man, what you there with? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, use that boy there. Him love your man. See them give you everything. Now, fuck up that and come file for me. It happens. It happens. It's just sad that it went that way. It's just sad that it went that way. But the judge will consider all that. Mervyn the Point Jamaica Curse says, SouFLo, me apologize to Andre in my mind after me hear the facts. Me sorry she dead. Boy, Jano, I don't know laughing matter. Me I laugh because certain aspects of this funny. Cause no man stay already. Man can't take blouse and skirt bun. Woman take bun and ball. Woman take bun and go about our business. Woman take bun and bun your back. Decent woman now bun your back. Because she's not going to play out herself like that because you are skettle out yourself. But for the average man, regardless of what culture he's in, come on now, I don't see this all the time. White man find out if him wife a cheat him, kill the whole like picnic them and kill she and then kill himself. Or kill the whole like picnic them and kill she and go find one new woman and start plan moving and bury them somewhere. I could tell you a case where he buried his whole family, including the kids, over at some oil field, something called in the oil tank them. His little daughters that he used to read stories to every night. So may just say that to say this. Of all cross all cultural lines, man, Spanish man, black man, any man upon face of earth would have been highly offended. Highly offended. I don't know what woman out here is telling younger woman or any other woman, so what, girl? I hear but I kill you, I tell the girl to go get herself killed. You understand? You can't co-sign that. Just like y'all don't want us to co-sign foolishness, me have to be honest and telling you the real. You can't co-sign that. Stop that foolishness about it's your body and you can do what. Not when you have taken a vow before God and man and talk about in sickness and in health, through better and for worse, till death do us part. Well, when our blood clot dead and we are apart. Pardon me. But me get kind of passionate about that part there. You understand what me just say? Yeah, when are we dead and we are apart? Hold your ass vows or don't take none. And then the level of deception, you know, when them say, I said she that set him up for carry him go to Jamaica go kill him, I start to think, blood clean. Then if she didn't really carry him go to Jamaica go kill him, you know, hear me, my friend. The story would have been front page, U.S. Army Major killed in Jamaica by gunman. Dirty, nasty Jamaica, how much people wanna kill all one US Army major. Yes, they wanna come down there now. It would have been all kind of something. But she would have bowed her head, came back to the US humble and crying. And this is the major's wife that lost her husband in a tragic, she's now a widow. All benefits goes to her, all assets goes to her, everything goes to her. She get a fresh start over and just carry her man come. When she filed for fear, new man for come, and the fastest you would ever see somebody reach foreign. Because immigration gives them special privileges. Me now ask me, I tell you, because when me filed for my citizenship in the US, I was one of them that used to hold on to my Jamaican bank, everything with no, like, me no business card, them can take away all this, so me I stay with what me have. When I filed, I was in the military. That shit came through so quickly. I was like, it's like me did send out a mail to somebody across the country and them send back mail to me. Done. They would look out for her. They would see that, okay, she honored him. They were married for almost a decade. They have a child together. She's lonely. She deserves to move on and be happy. File through her husband quickly. New man in that picture. The freaked up thing is, a new man, a man who she had deal with the whole time she did there with her man, her husband. The judge is going to look at all that. It was said in court. See, that was a part of their defense. She was trying to get him to go to Jamaica so she could have them man there, dash him way down there. Him catch the prey. I'm power like me. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good afternoon.
Good evening, SouFLo. How are you?
Good evening, fam. How you doing?
Good, thank you. I want to say thank you so much for covering this because I don't hear anybody else covering this.
All right, you're welcome. And I appreciate you for tuning in because I put a lot of effort into it, listening for hours and writing notes and all that. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tedious process. And though it's a salacious story, I think it's a teachable story for all of us who are listening or know about this story. It's a teachable moment for all of us.
Yes. Let this be a lesson. You heard what she said? She said it's a teachable moment for all of us. On my note, that's the last thing I'm going to talk about is letting this be a lesson. And I'm going to go into that aspect of things. So, yes, you're right on track with me. It is a teachable moment for all of us.
Yeah, man, and it's very devastating too. You know, my heart goes out to everybody involved,
Everybody.
especially that child. You know, and
that's the real victim.
It's a hard working man. Yeah, man, he's hard working, and because I have a brother-in-law in the military, and it's no joke. It's no joke what they go through. You know what I mean? And to work so hard and you believe in somebody and want to build a life. I'm not saying it's just what he did, but at the same token, we got to consider all the facts. Honestly to God, I'm praying that the judge have leniency on him. I am.
He will, and he will, and a whole lot of leniency too. I have a prediction of how much he's going to get, and I'll get to that.
What do you predict?
Okay.
Are you going to get to that? Okay, I'll stay tuned.
All right, I'll get to that in a few.
Okay.
I appreciate
I'll let you carry on. I'm watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Christine Simpson, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Christine says, yes, great journalistic work, SouFLo. Enough respect. Manners and respect to you, family. We put in the hours and we watched this, 7 days straight, and it was 5, 6, 7. One day they ended at 9 p.m. and they started at 10 a.m. in the morning. And mind you, just to give you a little insight, I pick me from school, I do all this. So I'm going from glued to a computer to glued to my phone on the road to one phone, then me gone to the next phone. I have my paper beside me, my book, and my pen, and I write notes. I nearly crashing at people back. Just because I didn't want to miss anything and I didn't want to be biased and come across with not talking about real things that was exposed in that trial. I wanted to be on topic and be factual as possible without being biased at all. So a part of the work. I enjoy doing it, so I did that. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fam.
SouFlo.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm so happy about the case. But one thing that I get what you've been saying. You're from the military. But how anybody talking about it is a little girl use her mother and will use our father for whether if it be 2 years or 10 years, and that is very, very sad. I can understand when you say two people get in an abusive relationship.
Right.
I get it. I 100% get it. I'm not saying you are wrong, but it's very sad.
Yeah, it was a sad thing.
Yes.
It was a sad thing. Yeah, yes. Thank you. And I agree. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Anyway, Bezin, I see you down in Miami when you come down here.
All right. Have a good one.
One love.
One love. All right. What she was saying, some people say South African. Well, whatever she is, she was saying that basically it's just sad all around, just like what we said. You know, she heard me talk about the military and stuff, and she's saying that it was all sad. It was all sad. Bridget Whittingham says, SouFlo, you are appreciated. I didn't have time to watch the case. This coverage was excellent. I appreciate you too, fam, and thank you. You support beyond support, so big up yourself, right? Listen, let's roll. Let's keep rolling with this. All the factors that the judge will look at sentencing. The judge will also look at this. He was provoked. He was provoked beyond provoked. It wasn't just tattoo of a man and him running and say, girl, me I'll kill you because you put man tattoo upon yourself. It was a list of things that led up. The trips she took to Jamaica to go see this man every time the military sent him go somewhere, and all these things. It shows she wasn't controlled. She had freedom. She could do whatever she wanted. She could take trips, jump on plane, go in a different country. That's not somebody that is under control. If a woman under control, me I tell my woman you can't go nowhere. You have to wait till me come back and me and you are go. She in a whole other country. You know what I mean? And she did it more than once and twice and thrice. So I saw it go. The judge is going to look at all that. The judge is going to look at all the provoking factors that led this man that had such a stellar record at one point, and is such a person that must be good because nobody who came up to speak, even the victim's family, couldn't speak bad about him. The judge is going to look at all that. The judge is going to say, this is not a menace to society. This man not planning on hurting anybody. Him not come out here, come kill people and do all that. He always been productive. He's going to go back to being productive. So let's try to have him inside the penal system for as little time as possible. That's what's going to happen. So like I told the caller just now, I have a prediction of how much he's going to get. I'm predicting, listen to my prediction, so when time it happened, or the cat say, SouFlo, you're wrong, or whatever. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's a prediction. Listen to my prediction. I predict that he will get 10 to 15. Listen, 10 to 15. I'm sorry, not 10 to 15, 5 to 10. See there? 5 to 10. I misspoke. I predict that he will get 5 to 10. That's going to be the sentence. He will be out in 3 to 5. See there? I predict that he will get 5 to 10 and he will be out in 3 to 5. All right. That's my prediction. He already served 2. Him served close. Well, I think him served 2 and they will count. They will also count that towards time served. You know? It is what it is. It is what it is. Somebody said that. Who said? Oh, Christine Simpson says that too little SouFlo. Well, fam, let that be a lesson, which will take us to the last part of this video. Let that be a lesson. 10 to 12. Letitia Mason, if he get 10 to 12, he will be out within 5 to 7. If him get 10 to 12, he will be out within 5 to 7. If he gets 5 to 10, he will be out within 3 to 5. If him get 15 to 20, 20 is the max that he could get. And I can tell you now, the judge is not maxing him out. Not guilty, but guilty. Not guilty of murder, but guilty of manslaughter. The judge is not maxing him out. So don't, remember, I know, the judge have a scale, and the judge can go below it or over it. It's between 2 and 20. I could tell you he's not getting 20. Him now get 18, 19, 17, 16, 15, maybe 15, 10 to 15. But if you put into consideration, he mutilated the corpse by beating her with the hammer, right? If they call that mutilating the corpse and they decide to throw that charge in there, that only brings 3 years in Texas. Only 3. So if them put that, plus give him an next 3, 6. Either way, he'll be out soon. So him not get no life sentence. He ain't going away forever. Some people say them feel sorry for him. Shani Love said them feel sorry for him. It's good to see a woman sympathize with a man for once and a man's pain for once. Enough man out here hurting, enough man out here go through friggery. Don't have nobody to talk to, can't say nothing. The shame of it, the fact that, damn, this really happening, the fact that people are gonna laugh after me, the fact that all these things, the fact that most women side with the woman's side automatically, just because, whether it's because they've had a past that they're triggered, or it's because they're just woman and they just naturally side with woman, whatever the cause is. Some man really can't talk when them themselves get abused. You know? Shout out to, let me see. Tracy, big up yourself. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Tracy says, thanks for the tireless coverage of this case, fam. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yes, they're not going to throw the book at him, my friend. 20 is his max the judge could go. I'll be surprised if the judge even hit 15. Remember me, I tell you, I will be surprised if the judge even hits 15. But if the judge says 15, it's going to be 10 to 15. He's going to be home in somewhere in a 5 to 7 years range. Watch. He ain't going away forever. So that's what it is. Now, let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson to both man and woman. Let me speak on the man part first, as I'm a man myself and I can relate. I'm a military man myself, so I can relate. Let this be a lesson. Nothing about military life is easy. Nothing. The military is one of the most challenging things you can ever do in your life. You ever go somewhere where them say you're going to learn and you're going to learn and that's it? At the military, that. They don't play around. Whatever it is you came to study, just know, say, you're going to learn it. And by the time you leave there, you're probably going to be one of the best that ever did it. Because when them done drill you with it, to sacrifice all that, to go through the ranks, to put in years of service, to build your career, to put yourself, enough of we not born with no gold spoon in our mouth, so we got a journey, we got a route. Yeah, we map our way to where a man can really relax in a life now and say, okay, I'm on cruise control now. I'm in my 40s, I'm on cruise control now. I've been doing this from way when. This is something him invested in from him come a foreign. And he never deviated from the course. Enough how we do it, right? When you invest all that, choose right who you bring in your life, my brother. That's what I'm telling you. Because there are a lot of women out there who are willing to hook their friggin' anchor to a sail. She not have to love you. She just know, say, well, them have good credit. Nobody in the military now have bad credit up here. Your whole chain of command will come down on you. You better have good credit. They make you have good credit. That alone, a smart woman will say, well, shit, If my spouse got good credit, that means I could open up businesses. That means I could qualify for loans to do things, purchase house, all these different things will come with them, go to school, further my education as far as I want to go. If I want to go all the way up to a doctorate. These are things that people in the regular world, they have to go look how to do that. Boy, I would really want to go to school because I'm smart enough, but me not have the money still. I wish somebody could have sponsored me. No, you have all that in place when you hook up with a military man, right? So for my brothers, remember me I talk about the men first, and I'm going to talk about the women next. For my brothers out there who you on the grind, you don't have to be in the military. You could be out here doing your thing. You on the grind. You're not a wild man. Remember, I know they looked into Andre's phone, metadata them going for that me and you can't access from a cell phone. They were looking to see, was this man cheating? Was he involved with any other woman? Did him did a text girls late at night, wasn't paying attention to his wife? Maybe him have a little spouse where he want to run a little thing on the side where he's planning an extra life with, so him kill him wife. He's now gonna cash in on her life insurance policy. Here what? When you in the military, that SGLI alone, that's life insurance for y'all civilians. That should start at $500,000. Okay, 500,000 US dollars starting. You, with his years in, I'm pretty sure he paid into that and probably doubled it and put on. That man, they have a whole heap of money in a life insurance policy, and so does his child, and so does his wife. So they're going to look to see, is he trying to like move on and get a new woman and murder his wife and cash in on the life insurance policy and none of that. They couldn't find zip, zero, or zilch in that man's phone that said he was doing anything out the way that would raise an eyebrow to say, Ross, he might have been cheating too. And I see the triggered women in the comment section about he was doing his thing too. All military men cheat. I'm sure he was doing his thing. Well, where's the rotted proof then, my friend? Because if I one thing me sure, them would have find something on his phone. They would find a thing. They found all kinds of evidence of her cheating. They didn't find nothing of him cheating. The man was dedicated to his frigged up marriage and dedicated to him a frigged up spouse. That's what it was. And he decided, I'm committed. To some of us, that could be a detriment. Military people are taught to commit and honor your word. They will go down with the friggin' sinking ship. So maybe him left or didn't leave when he was supposed to because it's not in him. It's you stay and you fix it, no friggin' excuses. And that's what he was trying to do. So when him find out say she have man and tattoo and this and that, the man still never pack up him things and left. And say, yep, wash my friggin' hands, that's it. Because me, if my Ross wife ever come in there with no man tattoo and me go find out, say, oh, that's your ex-boyfriend from Jamaica or probably a sideman called Stiller. But there's nothing else to talk about. Nothing. She can't say nothing else that could make this relationship go on. But then here he was. Damn, my wife, my child, my home, we have businesses together, we're growing. Remember, I know them businesses weren't slowing down. It was growing. At the time when all this happened, they had already opened, they were getting ready. They had a date set, building already fixed up on everything. Remember, I did go to school. So in August, when him get bad news from she don't come back at the house, September was the opening of the fourth assisted living facility. So through all that, the man still a look further. Vision, we're gonna work it out, man. Right now, we don't really like each other, but this is what comes with marriage, That's what you tell yourself, right? This is what comes with marriage. Every day ain't gonna be smooth. You have to have the mindset to be married and be ready. And that him did that though. And he was going through it. And he was getting deceived like every step of the way. So, brothers, choose wisely. You see that pretty face there, nice body, young girl thing there, and all that, not mentally matured enough yet, and all these things. You want to choose wisely because a bag of problem come with it. And you see how much you can lose. Now, it's not nice to work that hard for anything and then lose it all, my friend. It's not. May I tell you, I go through some training. All in my body hole and under which part my balls them, I never know some I could have catch muscle contract in a them place there. And I was just trying to be a better person in life. And I tell myself I want to be one big man one day when I have some money in the bank and I live good and I can pay my bills them and not be worried because bills now beat me and all that. But that me did have to go through. That was my route. And I sacrifice it out. When me there bush asleep, and when time me asleep under snow and wake up and can't feel none of me toe them, me I look for me toe them and they like they're not on my feet. Regular people curl up in them bed, knock them alarm clock. Shut up, snooze. Snooze. Me couldn't snooze. So I know when you sacrifice that much, men, when you sacrifice that much, people say the glory and I know the story. So when you sacrifice that much, be careful who you bring in. You understand? In this particular case, I don't know what else to say. But we as men, we need to choose better too. Because looking back at the story, Andre knew certain things. Like somebody said Andre didn't know already, say him never pick up nobody good because Andre's cousin have baby for Andre father. But I asked the person, I said, okay, so if you have criminals in your family, does that make you a criminal? But now that me really look upon it, he might not have known that or that might not have played a part, but him did know, say, she really young. You got to give her space and time to grow and make mistake. Enough lesson there, sir. Lesson there is of the older men who want a younger woman too, to a certain degree. Now, if you're in your 70s and you want a 55-year-old woman, the two are no big already. And that me I talk about. Me I talk about one time you look for me wife up one 19, 20, 21-year-old. You see it? And you already 30 other go 40. They left them because here are you already 30? She's 19 and you're 30. You have to give her room to grow. You're not the same person at 30 that you were at 19. I bet you did while. I bet any pum pum say, hey, you said hi. So you have to give room to make mistake, room to grow, and you have to put up with a whole lot. That's the dynamics of me. You know what? I actually recorded a video that I was supposed to put out on the channel. It's still up on my voiceovers, and it was called The Dynamics of a Younger Older Relationship. And it spoke about all these things. So if you're not willing to give your partner time to grow and make a whole heap of mistake and act out them age, because they're going to act out their age, then all this will come with it, right? The woman part them now, the lesson. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good afternoon.
Bless up, my brother.
Manners and respect, King. What go on?
Well, we think the live done.
No, man. We're on it now. May I wrap it up still?
Just a tune in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But what is the story with that cousin of Angie?
We're gonna get into that later. With not this video, not this video. That's our whole different. Yeah, not this video. Our whole different stuff that go on there. So yeah.
All right, but quick story.
Yeah.
This thing how it play out with Angelina and Andre, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, say
yes,
this
Tracy.
Brother really love her.
Boy, they love her to which part he was simping.
Yeah.
Yeah, him did gone. Him did gone.
Yeah. You know, say I was supposed to go in the military a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was this girl, my ex-girlfriend from Jamaica. encourage me to go in it, you know, because she have family members in the way. I tell her all of the benefits what she can get if she married to one, isn't it? So she encouraged me to go in it, you know. So it's a girl where
she have plan
for my school, my brother. Yo, me says, yo, love the girl that.
So she that plan her future.
Yo.
You're gonna go and get the benefit.
Hold on, brother. It's a girl me love, but she never loved me to the extent of me love her, you see me?
One of them there.
Yo. The girl telling me all kind of something and sweet me up in that. After me I drive truck and love truck driving, you know, brother. Say, yo. And I did I'm one Martina. Isn't it?
But you already.
Say, yo, never cousin anymore say, yo, if you're on this brother still make sure you stay with him and tell him to come in at the arm because I only have benefits both for you and him. And you know, say, make the girl influence the brother and go take the asphalt.
Cross. You go far.
Pass all the tests, you know. But you what the recruiter them do.
They
not tell me how much me score. But them want to put me in a infantry. And I tell me say, as smart people them want in an infantry and me are one of them. So me so much me get from the score, they don't want to tell me.
Right. But you know, I that them doing now. They want everybody to go infantry because infantry are gun busters. So and it's the army. So the more you're young, able-bodied man, them they want you to go.
Tell me I can sit there and say, oh, infantry. I pay smart people, them can't put no idiot in the infantry and I sweep you see me? So to me the story them where infant man got charged with all the children and them things me start getting nervous and and me start to accept it and now and I say, yo, we get a ticket in the truck and me tell them for them to not put it on the application.
Same.
Because it was pending.
Right.
My own, me get one everything. The day come from fire, go Georgia, me go Brooklyn. Just as you have a board, the bus in the brother for that, you put in I don't know if I lieutenant or the person in charge of the base. Them call the recruiter. Make them know say yo, me can't go because them look at it like me life on the farm, isn't it? Brother?
And that save you.
And that save me. The recruiter tell me say, all right, you what? You can sit over 6 months and after 6 months to come back. Me say, me not come back. That's a mistake, me not make it. So yo, you know say,
yo,
things and things that man me and this girl fall out. And brother, if I know such a have a man down there in a college because she have got a school, you see me?
Wait, say God no.
My yo. God, yo.
Wait. She did have one man.
My yo, this girl, I got school, me I help her with a little rent because she didn't live off place, isn't it? But situation at home, you know, but you don't have no proof, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I talk, come here and ask her, so I say, yo, so you know no man. She say, yo, I pay a waste man go to college and she can't find a man down there like me and I sweep me up in the brother.
She give the line them.
Yeah. So yo, so when I tell you know, well, sorry if I keep over time, but
no, go on. You can wrap it up, but go on.
She have a friend I know where that friend was an ex-classmate of mine at high school, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the friend I come up on a work program and my ex now tell me say yo, she want a phone. And if you send the phone with the friend, she'll come down. But what raised the red flag for me and now she said, the friend was saying me I buy the phone, send it. Isn't it?
See.
So me look, I said that don't make no sense. I said, oh, me go give somebody a phone and them are going to think, them not going to know say I'm me I send the phone. That don't make no sense. So me say, yo, this girl have a man and the friend knows that she have a man and probably friend man and fear man and friend, isn't it?
Yeah.
So me stop sending money and me just cut it off. Listen, but me still talk to her. You know say in a 2018, because me and her talk on and off, 2018 and now, long story short.
Yeah.
This girl disrespect my wife, I call my wife ugly because she vexed me married now, you know, isn't it? So me raised upon her now and she surprised of my reaction to she, isn't it? My God. You know, so because me married and me cut off this girl financially And then 2, she feel like our child get ruined, you know, for me, married her and fight for her.
So I try to mash up your marriage.
Cuss me out like, dog. And so she come and tell me, say, oh, a long time she have a man and she just a play me. Oh, she never want me. Me say, you see, me dodge a bullet.
As she can't tell you so.
This girl, the way me did feel about this girl, my youth.
You're gonna do it.
You're
almost up on the front line.
But me couldn't cut her off. I don't know if I know them feel.
Yeah, man.
Me love her.
I don't really know them feelings that still, cause me don't know, me build different. Me build different. Yo, big up to my uncle them who raised me still. Me build different. But I know me put that cold part there. I mean, my uncle them.
Yeah. But as the caller says, still, this is a learning lesson for everybody because the way the thing play out and film testimony, him try to avoid it because it's like him see where it head to, isn't it?
Same.
And in a more situation, we can see where things are head to and try to avoid it, but it's like it just follow with everyone, like everything we do to try to avoid it, it just come and follow with my. But it's just a sad situation. I hope the people learn from this. Isn't it, man?
Yeah, facts.
But one bless up yourself.
Man, I respect my brother.
Yeah.
Yo, listen up. Man have story, you know, on the stay there. If some of them man even really talk to us still, you know the song that them girl are wicked, they're wicked. But when I walk around sing that one day and laugh. Because man have them story to me, know, man have them story. Because I know I'm a friggle youth out there who used to do some things and these things. So I know man have them story, but man have them story too. See? So it ain't no different. Lesson for the man was that. I see some comments in the comment section about these older men want to take up these younger women and then try to make them into somebody they're not and then kill them here or kill them. And I'm saying, choose wisely. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good afternoon.
Good night, good morning. Hello?
Yes, fam, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good, man. I'm calling you from Sweden, brother.
Ah.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. I'm a long-time follower, very long-time follower, but I'm subscribed.
Awesome.
I subscribed many years ago, yeah. The thing is, due to the time difference, I can't really partake in your live as you do them, but I do download them and watch them while I'm at work.
Awesome.
Every day.
Awesome.
So I've been following you very closely, trust me.
Awesome.
And and I was actually just talking to my mother and I happened to show you had this live about the gentleman, Andre Mcdonald. Yeah?
Andre
Now,
McDonald, yes.
I have been listening to the lives you did about the case, and I've read about it. I am not Jamaican, but
okay.
I'm from I was born in the Caribbean and raised in the States. Yeah.
All right.
We actually communicated on one time because I'm from Crown Heights. And you lived in Crown Heights before.
Yes.
We were one block away from each other,
right.
Actually.
I think I remember our conversation too.
Yes, I am from, I lived on Montgomery and Utica.
Yeah, I was on Union between Bedford and Franklin.
Exactly, see? But what I wanted to say, because there are many things, I do have family that's of Jamaican background.
Right.
And
let me ask you a question.
I have a love for Jamaica. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Pertaining to this case, Sonia Ernst, big up yourself. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Let me ask you a question. Pertaining to this case, right? Andre McDonald just got found not guilty of murder.
Yeah.
Which could carry up to a life sentence or even the death penalty. And he got found guilty of manslaughter, which carries between 2 and 20 years, right? What do you feel about that after listening to all the evidence that was presented in court and everything that was said? What's your summation of this whole thing?
Okay, my take on it is this. He caused Okay, he unintentionally caused a death. Okay, he unintentionally caused the death.
Okay.
Now, I think a lot of women are gonna be pissed at what I'm gonna say, but I'll say it. This is a brother who came to the States.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up in the States.
Right.
I know how hard it is as one of us coming up in the States to get to the level where he got to. My family's a military family. Yeah. I know the sacrifices he had to make.
Yeah.
Bringing this woman up to the United States and giving her the opportunities that he gave her and the things that she did to him was evil. Let's not forget, this woman, I don't care what anybody says, but this woman was planning to murder him. You understand?
Yeah.
She was planning to murder that brother. When you read that the other day, where she had come to him, now she doesn't listen to Buju.
Right.
He never listened to Buju. And she says, honey, let's go to Jamaica to the Buju concert.
You know how paranoid he was to have caught that?
You understand? A lot of people miss that.
Right. You know how he must have been paranoid around her to have caught that. He was on guard.
She was taking him to Jamaica for she bad man brethren, boyfriend or whatever, just to dirt him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I firmly believe
she
that.
Wasn't taking. She was gonna kill him. Yeah. She was gonna have him killed. You understand? And it's unfortunate that the brother lost his mind because I can tell you from personal experience. Okay, I was married for 21 years.
Right.
Two beautiful kids, did everything for my family, sacrificed and worked hard, came to a foreign country and made good for myself out here. And my wife, my ex and I divorced. Yeah. And I know what it is to love a woman and that woman turns her back on you and leaves you cold in bed for months on end. You understand? I know how that feels. But you love that person so much that you are willing, because in your mind, you're hurt, in your heart, you're hurting, but in your mind, you're telling yourself, you know what? She will change. Maybe if I do this, if I do that, if I make these sacrifices, maybe she will come back.
It's gonna work out.
She might see me for who I am. You understand what I'm saying? And month after month, week after week, there is something building within you. It becomes a resentment. You may not hate that person to the point that you want to kill that person, but when you're pushed to the point that she pushed him and he snaps, listen, brother, silent rivers runs mad deep.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of that resentment came out of him in that one instant. I feel sorry for him. Seriously.
Absolutely.
I feel sorry for him.
When that fight broke, right?
You understand?
Listen, when that fight broke, right? Everything came back. And I seen somebody saying, I seen a woman saying, he killed her because of damn tattoos. No, it was for everything. When they started to fight.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. There is a problem within the black community, especially with our women. A lot of our women have lost their way. A lot of our women have fell for this bullshit with the feminist talk and have forgotten who they are. You understand? Which woman in her right mind will allow her husband to come and sit in front of her with another woman's tattoo on his body?
Ask any one of them.
Which one of our
ask them. Ask any one of them. Your husband came in and ask them. His side chick, date of birth, and her initials matching her own tattoos, the same ones on him, and you good. You gonna cook his dinner and share it out for him, right? And then make love to him passionately tonight. We're not gonna argue about this, baby.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Every time this man looks at her, he is reminded of what she has been doing to him because she has that blasted tattoo on her body. Every time.
Yeah.
Do you know how that will make a man feel in his own house? Are they crazy?
To me,
he killed her because of a tattoo. No. That brother was willing to walk away.
Right.
He told her he filed for divorce.
Right. Yeah.
He came home. Bro, listen, man. You see what that brother did where he went and sat in the park? I know about that.
Yep. I think every man. I think every man know about that, fam. I think honestly, I think every man knows about that. The man them out there talk up, them know about that.
You understand?
Yes.
Knows about that. You understand? And that man went home that night to get some peace and quiet and to avoid that bullshit she was coming with. Yeah. You know, a woman called into you on your last show you did about this, right? And that woman said, listen, Andreen dug her grave, she built her coffin, and she buried herself.
I remember that comment.
And her family has got to live with that because that is true.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry that she had to lose her life. I'm sorry that she never saw the opportunities. A lot of our sisters do not see the opportunities that's presented to them because they think too short term.
Yep.
A lot of them think short term. And this brother presented to her. She could have built an empire with this brother, man.
But before I forget this, right? Thank you. But before, hold your thought, because I love where you're going. Yeah. I love what you're saying. Before I forget this, I heard a brother today. He said, a lot of people lose what's good, trying to chase what they think is better, and they end up with the worst shit they ever had. A lot of people lose what's good, trying to chase what they think is better, and end up with the worst they ever had.
Let me put it one step better for you, okay? And this pertains to our people. I can only speak for my people, my black people, okay? We chase materialism.
Sharon Smith, I'm right with you.
We chase materialism and value materialism over value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Program
we
that
chase
now,
materialism over value.
Yeah.
Because if she had valued that brother and what the opportunity she had given him, she could have built a bloody empire with these hospice homes all across the U.S.
Forbes list.
All across, as a matter of fact,
Forbes list, multi-millionaires. Forbes list.
Yes. She could have taken that shit to Jamaica.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She could have taken that shit to Jamaica. And they could have, these people, she could have built an empire with this brother, man. But she didn't love that brother. She never loved that brother. She just saw an opportunity to take advantage of. And the bad boy tell us, the bad youth tell us, say, yo, go marry, as you said the other day, go marry him, get your green card. We take care of him later.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what happened.
Sad that
there is one other thing I want to say, bro.
Yes.
There's one other thing I want to say, okay? I was born in the Caribbean. I won't say which island.
You ain't gonna pick up your island.
My cousin is a prime minister in the Caribbean, okay? When I look at Jamaica and I see what Jamaica has to offer. I see what Trinidad has to offer. I see what so many of those Caribbean islands have to offer. And what they are going through right now, it is not of our own making. Okay? The things that our people are going through, a lot of it is not of our own making.
By design.
But we do not have seem not to have the foresight and the fortitude to grab the bull by the horns, shake the shit out of the bull, and straighten shit up.
All right, yeah.
And I'll tell you something about Jamaica, okay? As I said, I'm not a born Jamaican, but Jamaica is very close to my heart. I have family who's Jamaican. You understand? The first love of my life was Jamaican, okay? I'll tell you why Holiness and these guys are not doing anything about the murders in Jamaica.
All right, we didn't want to stay upon the Andrian thing, but you can wrap it up with that for me.
Because this is something I wanted to say for a long time.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm just saying.
This is for all Jamaicans, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead and
remember who started. Remember who started the rebellion in Haiti? Dutty Bookman. Dutty Bookman was a Jamaican. They do not want another Dutty Bookman rising in Jamaica. Hence, they keep Jamaican people the way they are. You understand what I'm saying? And I want my people in Jamaica to rise up, open their eyes, and see, take hold of their lives, brother, and build. Because Jamaica is a superpower, man.
Tell them all the time.
Jamaica is a superpower.
Tell them all the time.
Jamaica has so much to offer. Jamaica, man, it's so much I want to say, brother, but
when Jamaica,
it's about Andrew.
Manners and respect, bro.
And much love.
Manners.
People, I'll call back one day because I got a request for you.
All right.
And I know you will laugh when you hear it. But I'll call back one day.
All right.
You understand?
All right.
And
Manners.
Much love. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you.
Much respect, brother. Much respect. Bless.
Oh, my bad. Bless up. So, listen, man. The brother start off like I didn't know where that was going, but I'm glad I waited around. You know, some people take a little warming up. I'm glad I waited around. That was profound. That was profound. And Jamaican people, yeah, we have changed. We have changed too much. Not even want to say we changed so much. We have changed too much. Okay? The moral decay of us as a people is just at an all-time low, really and truly. Every girl right now want gunman in she hole and man with pocket full of money, and she no business with him. Don't forget it. Him could have murder her, this, that, and the other. Her man that, and she love him, and until she get the next one. And it's just like the social decay of us as a people, you know. And it's hard to find genuine and good people to like you want build with and can trust. Cause everybody depend on a scammer. Everybody have a. So I understand exactly what the brother is saying. Listen, we are a blessed people as Jamaican people, and when we wake up and realize who we are and what we have and what our people have contributed and how we can build on that, then we will be even greater. But let's finish this up. Let's go to the woman's side of what the lesson is in this. I'm tired of saying this. If you don't want man things, don't take it. In other words, I don't care if he come offering you, yeah, me I carry go foreign and put you in a nice house and give you one good life. You can finish your education and we're gonna live happily ever after. And me not care what the dream is or whatever. If you really don't want man things, don't take it. And the more man give, ladies, listen. The more man give is the more man is expecting from you. I noticed that it's trending where women feel like it's okay to just run in pan a man thing, take what she want take, satisfy her soul, and left when she want left under the premise of my body me do what me want do and all that. Cliche. Remember I told you about cliche. Okay, that's cliche. What reality is different. Nobody out here not giving anybody anything for free. And you know that. So when you sign that contract, whether it was for real with a pen or it was some other way, just know so you signed the contract there. When you start the teching and when you start building the fantasy, nobody feel like you're going to draw this man into, yes, me I go scam him along and tell him say me love him and make him send me go to school and me go get a degree, and then when me get the degree, me I left him and go find somebody else who me really, really like. Cause me not really like old man, but me I'll stay with him for a little bit, you know, till him pay off everything, and then me I go do underneath to stop them something there. And him not have to be old or older. Women do it to men, period. Whether they old, older, young, same age group, anything. If him have something and him look like him can offer something and going somewhere, them have this habit of taking. I never said all. So this is not a general speaking, because I know there are lots of women out there who have them own things, and this does not apply to you. But we end up in situations like these where we're discussing cases like these because of this mindset right here. Stop you. All right. Answer Me TV. Analyze all angles. Thank you. Stop use people. It's one thing for us to say, Lord, him shouldn't do it. Him could have walked away. Left a girl alone, man. Make she do what she want. Do just fear her body. You know, own her. It's one thing to say all that. But when you go through the lengths of planning and plotting and scheming, remember, I'm telling you a long time, you know, I say anybody will have your best interest at heart and you deceive them, karma will not be kind to you. You never hear me say that before. Y'all never heard me say that before. I said anybody who ever had your best interest at heart and you shit upon them, karma will not be nice to you. And that go for everybody. But the woman them need to learn that too. Because in the end, society is geared now where women are always right, men are always wrong. It's women against men, men against women. We don't know when we reach this, but that's where we at. Live your life, girl. Fuck him. You don't need no man. All that. Hello. Consequences don't give a frig about side chatter, my friend. So you can go on and listen to them side woman. I tell you, egging you on. Egging you on. When that rotted explode, you see who get burned up? You see him one. You see him one. So from now on, whoever I listen, who in at this, cut out your frigate. All the stuff that you feel like, I can't scam no money, I forget it, I can't. Yo, I not even like him no more. I don't even know why I married this nigga. I have my man on the side. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I tell you right now, when that blood clean powder keg bust, and you get burned up, I don't want to hear nobody come talk about, oh, but he shouldn't have. I'm going to say cliche. Cliche. That's what we say. The lesson was stop use people, stop scam people, stop looking at men like this is your way to come up. Because when time people invest in a youth, they want a return on their investment. There's nobody out here that's working hard and investing. Me not talk about side chicken up. Girl, where you go rent nice hotel room because you want to impress her and she fling crutches gear. Me not talk that. I'm talking about the ones that men invest in. Them they are dash for money for who can afford it. But the one where you invest in, where you sit down and have conversation with, where you say, babe, go back to school because you're so intelligent. You're motivating her. Go back to school because you're so intelligent. Yeah, but I don't have the kind of money to do that, babe. Well, me will finance it. I need you to go back to school. You can be so much. This, that, and the other. You're there like a cheerleader with two pom-pom. You take off your brave man front and turn girl in a corner for your biggest cheerleader. Them something that hurt no rotted. And you don't know how hurt people will react when you hurt them in that manner. You better you take one of the chopper them, you know the chopper where you chop meat with. Me have one in my kitchen. You better you take one of that and just chop your boy. Because I would have feel better. May I tell you, and you probably wouldn't even dead. It hurt that much. I know easy something some man go through to earn them livings and earn them little money and earn them space in a life to where them can say, yo, life is good now, I'm good. Now I can take up somebody when I really love and, you know, make sure she is taken care of because I'm a provider, protector. Man, beat up them chest and feel proud, you know. Every real man wants to be a provider, protector. Every real man. Me not ask me, I tell you, because it make a real man feel good. Just like pan the plains, them it make the lion feel good when him can hold on in pride. Every real man wants to be a provider, protector. So when you get that man in provider, protector mode, and him fully commit to you, and him giving, and he's motivating and loving and giving and forgiving, and you continue to play him like that, it's not going to be good for you when it ends. You understand? And the thing is, so many men just walk away, actually, and nothing happens. So female feel empowered. It's like the killer them at Jamaica, them kill and then them feel like, me never get catch for that one, them can kill again. So many women are on that path. Like, I don't scam and mash up the boy, they already take with the whole line things. You hear them brag to them girlfriend, yo girl, me take with the whole line things. The boy never have nothing left to give me, so me just left, me go find somebody else and all that. And you would think some ghetto mentality girl talk like that. No, it's the highly educated ones, them have them degree and all that, them kick back with them girl and talk just like that. Just like that. So this applies right across the board. Women, men function different from you. If you listen, you better learn a man. Learn a man. And learn what come with man. If you are a man and know what you're getting into. I'm just saying. This has been going on since the beginning of time. I know nothing new. That's the lesson me get from this though. Live on the air with SouFlo. Hello.
Oh, you hear me?
Loud and clear, one.
Yeah, the Andrew case.
Yeah, talk now. Where else, sir?
Yeah, homeboy.
Wait, you have us on speaker? You have us on speaker or on Bluetooth?
Yeah, hold on, let me take you.
Yeah, then we're not gonna hear you properly. If you're just talking on the phone, we hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, no.
All right, loud and clear. There we go.
Yeah, the Andrew homeboy could have actually leave her about that deal with him.
Yeah, but that's in hindsight, brother.
Yeah, me see that.
Yeah.
Still, but
you know, when people hurt, you can't tell them how to react to the hurt, you know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I remember it's a series of events that lead up to that, you know.
Yeah, because and you come there watch a program, you know. And there she say, yeah, say him when home girl went to Jamaica and then put on tattoo and all that.
Right.
And the tattoo end up show that.
I see somebody I say that's just hearsay. No, it wasn't. They showed the pictures in court. Them showed the picture of him and the picture of her body parts that had the tattoo. Them match the tattoo, them side by side, so in the courtroom. And the same tattoo. I have tattoos. So I'm telling you how tattoo is done. Whoever did that tattoo, they took the tattoo with the tracing paper off a him tattoo and put it on fair body.
So
and
close.
The same tattoo.
So close. Relax. So relax, my boss. Relax, my boss. You got this. You got this.
Yeah, man.
You got this, man. Because remember, you know, me have the court proceeding I'm gonna upload for one of my YouTube page.
Same.
And the dude basically what I say it's direct, brother.
Yeah, man. You know, all around, brother, it's sad. You know, it's sad.
Nobody listen to the people in the comment section because you already know yourself, you know. You're confident in yourself already.
Yeah, man.
So I just saw the thing set, you know, because when Andre do all the cover business and do all that, and then they say now get certain time still, but you might get some time and then you might just call it a day, a mess up.
Yeah, man. And that's gonna be the end of that.
Yeah, man, it mess up, man.
Yeah, so we learn from this and we move on. And that's all we can do. We can't bring back nobody, we're gone. And we can change the situation from what it is. So we can just learn from it and move forward. Not true?
Yeah, you know, say they are listening the I think a YouTuber or whatever they are listening on. I don't know if I'm free get free. I don't know if Marvin and up in the SouFlo.
Yeah.
Because I hear there is something when I watch on YouTube, but I think all that lack up at all.
You think what?
No, because
Where you say you not think what?
No, he ain't gonna get no lockup or anything. I think he's already free.
Oh, no man. He was, may I tell you, he was handcuffed after the verdict was read, and he was taken into custody, and he will remain in custody throughout the penalty phase of his trial. That's called the punishment phase of his trial. He will remain in custody until all throughout the punishment phase of his trial. So when the judge decide how long he will get, he will already be there standing in the courtroom. When the judge say adjourned or end or whatever, slam him gavel, them gonna carry him go round a back and he must start him sentence. Whatever it is. Yeah, so I'm not going nowhere. Them put on him handcuff already and he's in lockup already.
Okay. So what did he
Him not get no house arrest, Steve. He's not getting no house arrest. It won't be house arrest. What you say?
Well, Uncle Grayson and the Peter and everything, but what may I ask you is, did he have like a military lawyer or like a regular lawyer?
No, I'm a regular lawyer. A civilian court, him go with civilian lawyers. He will have to go to a military court though, because them have to go decide upon the grounds of his dismissal or his discharge rather from the military. So I'm gonna go before what's called a UCMJ, Uniform Court of Military Justice. He have to face that, especially since he's an officer. So I'm still have to go face military court. But when him face military court, it will not be about who him kill or who him manslaughter or whatever. As in, them not gonna retry him again for that.
Yeah.
Right, because the civilian court already handled that. Now them are gonna talk about his separation from military service.
Okay. Yeah. All right. When I keep up the time.
Manners and respect, my brother.
When we stabilize and properly, and we talk about different stuff.
All right, manners.
Yeah. Yo, bless up.
Bless up.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah, that's how we have it, man. Listen. Let's not play fools. We are grown people. We're gonna take one more call for the evening, and then that is it. All right. Last call for the evening. Good evening.
Hello.
What go on, family?
What's up with it?
Me there,
the family next one. All right. I'm just glad that we could bring our word. People who are not understanding of how the system works and justice system works. And hope they can learn from it. It's not about the guilty, not guilty.
You have us on speaker or on Bluetooth? No Bluetooth?
No. The next one is before me, I plug in.
You sound like you're underwater.
So. No, man, all the way like listen to me.
I saw.
I don't know, because...
Go and talk to him, man.
Let me come up for the Wi-Fi. Let me come up for the Wi-Fi.
All right.
Yes, I can take
it. You clear that right? That's all. More hear what she said, because she always have her points.
All right. So, you hear me now and clear now?
You sound the same, but go on.
No, I'm not put it on speaker.
No, don't do that, because you're not going to hear me. No, we're not going to hear you good.
Oh.
Let's talk, man. We can't hear you.
All right. What I'm saying, for people to learn and understand, and just not to jump to conclusion and ask stupid questions. Well, there's a whole question stupid, but at the same time, is how the thing work out, the purpose work out stupid. Because if he is found not guilty, we wouldn't be happy, and we wouldn't decide between the found still not guilty. None of that here, not here.
Right.
But it's just what I want to say. Woman, my mother always tell me, say, if you don't want the man, no take what the man have. Man, if you can't afford to lose to, don't give in. Because at the same time, so people that told him his age group, he look fine. But I don't want to put on that lane. But the thing, what I want to say, if you're from this morning, I found the other day, I've been listening everything from the face, what I took last time. When I look at it, and I understood that you said there was an accident once, your instinct jumping to the save life, the baby from the stroller, the leg that the car hit. You remember that? and I'm speaking. All the man could have done. He kicked her, but he can't to kill her. So he must suffer the consequences of it. Go down, go lose sometimes. Lose your pension and whatever you have to lose. You're going to suffer the consequences. The end of the phone, no play with the cut off and listen to you. But it's last thing, the two of them get a radam. And who that before, that's just the women.
All right.
Yeah.
Well said. Thank you. She said the two of them get a radam. Radam! Yeah. Big up to Peanut Dread, thing. The two of them get a radam. It's sad. It's sad. Me know I'm not skinning my teeth because for one, me never have no dog in this fight. And honestly, you can see that's why I love YouTube, right? May I wrap up that video now. But check it out. That's why I love YouTube, because if you go back and watch 2019, just look up SouFLoTV in 2019 covering Andre and Andrine case. May have a couple of videos out there from then when it first happened. And when it first happened, I was so riding for Andrine. You know, I was willing to say, yo, that boy, a dirty boy, a murder people, them that time need to be a prison for the rest of his life, blah, blah, blah. That's something I'm talking about. So I know people are going to watch that compared to this and then be like, well, Ross, SouFlo, you're like, you changed completely. Well, there were a series of events that led up to what happened. We cannot ignore the series of events. Somebody just said, the sad thing is, the man will start all this or involved in all this. Him gone about him business, go live him free life. The side man. Husband gone to prison, wife frig up, they're somewhere out there, underground somewhere, and the man in the middle is free to go on with his life. Y'all pay attention to that. Y'all pay attention to that. I saw demon come in, mash up your marriage, husband gone to prison, wife dead. Him gonna get new woman and move on with him life. Same thing vice versa when there's a woman demon come in, mash up your marriage. This one are dead, that the one they gone to prison. She gone on go get new man and gone on with our business. It's sad. It's really, really friggin' sad. I still send my condolences to Andrine's family. It's friggin' sad. All the way around sad. All the way around sad. Well, left it right, that's all this evening. Manners and respect to each and every one of you for tuning in. Thank you. Big up yourself. You know what? Good people. And keep high morals about yourself, man. Because you know, see, karma don't miss nobody. And I must say it again. You can never do bad to somebody that had your best intentions at heart and feel like, say, things are going to work out good for you. It's not. All right. With that said, I'm out. Peace.